Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel John Lewis 3D Learning. In this presentation, we are going to see 10th standard chemistry, types of chemical reactions part 3. So in this presentation, we are going to see various subtypes of chemical reactions. So in part 1 and part 2 of chemical reactions types, we have seen some main types and some variation in the main types. Now we are going to see subtypes of chemical reactions. What are they? Metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid, metal plus dilute sulfuric acid, metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid, metal plus dilute nitric acid, metal plus concentrated nitric acid. So these things we can consider as metal plus acids. Metal plus acids. Okay, few more are there. So non-metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid, non-metal plus concentrated nitric acid, and some miscellaneous reactions. Okay, miscellaneous means those reactions which do not follow any of these types or combination of several types. That is what I call it, miscellaneous reaction. Okay, now let's go and see one by one. What is the first one? Metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid. So here it's a standard rule. We can simply learn the rule and apply. Metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid gives metal chloride plus hydrogen gas. Very simple, and you just remember this rule, you can apply to any metal. So what is the rule? Metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid gives, this is just to check yourself, metal chloride plus hydrogen. Okay, what is metal? Metal is an element. What is hydrochloric acid? It's a compound. Already what we have learnt, element plus compound will undergo single displacement reaction, isn't it? Therefore this is also one of the single displacement reactions. But since metal plus acid we have taken as a separate topic, and we can simply learn it by rules. No, metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid gives metal chloride and hydrogen. So without thinking we can get the answer instantly. Okay, now let's go and see some examples. So what is the rule says? Metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid gives metal chloride plus hydrogen. For example, you take metal is zinc. Zinc plus dilute hydrochloric acid will give what? Zinc chloride plus hydrogen. That's standard rule. Simply we can apply that and we can get it. What we should know is how to write the formula of these compounds. So zinc is Zn, element symbol. Hydrochloric acid HCl, valency 1 1. If you interchange, you will get HCl. Zinc chloride ZnCl, valency 2 and 1. If you interchange, you will get ZnCl2. Then hydrogen is H2, we know. Therefore, what is the equation? Final equation? Zn plus HCl gives ZnCl2 plus H2. See, I am not giving the balanced equation here, because already we have seen how to balance a chemical reaction elaborately in some other video. So if you want to know how to balance them or balance any equation, please go and watch that video. Here we are not dwelling on how to balance a chemical equation. Shall we move on to the next example? Again, metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid. What is the rule says? Metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid gives metal chloride plus hydrogen. Let us take another example. Iron. Iron plus dilute hydrochloric acid give what? See, iron is having two valencies. What are the two valencies of iron? 2 and 3. There are two valencies. One valency is 2, that is lower valency is 2, higher valency is 3. So which valency we have to take it here? See, when metal reacts with dilute acids, lower valency will be predominant. Therefore here iron 2 chloride we have to take. Iron 2 chloride. It is otherwise known as what? Ferrous chloride. So what is that? Iron chloride is known as ferrous chloride, because the lower valency should end with OUS suffix. Higher valency will end with IC suffix, that is ferric. If the valency is 3, we will call it ferric. So here the valency is 2, that is lower valency, therefore we call it ferrous. Okay, now how to write the equation? How to write the formula of ferrous chloride? FeCl. And ferrous valency is 2, chloride valency is 1, therefore FeCl2. So hydrochloric acid is HCl 1 1. If you interchange, you will get HCl. Okay, iron is Fe, then hydrogen is H2. So what is the final equation? Fe plus HCl gives FeCl2 plus H2. Again, see, I have not given you any balanced equation here because we have seen it elaborately in some other video. Okay, shall we move on to the next one? Metal plus dilute sulfuric acid. Now we have gone to the next type. So we have seen metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid with two examples. Now we have moved to the next type, that is metal plus dilute sulfuric acid. See, what is the answer here? Metal plus dilute sulfuric acid gives metal sulfate plus hydrogen. So if it is dilute hydrochloric acid, metal chloride and hydrogen you will get. If it is dilute sulfuric acid, you will get metal sulfate plus hydrogen. That's it. Okay, let's go and see elaborately. Metal plus dilute sulfuric acid. Metal plus dilute sulfuric acid. What is the product you expect? Metal sulfate plus hydrogen. So metal is an element, sulfuric acid is a compound. So element plus compound will undergo what type of reaction? Single displacement reaction, which already we have learnt. So this is one of the types of single displacement reaction. But straight away, since it is metal plus dilute sulfuric acid, we know we have a specific rule to get the product metal sulfate plus hydrogen. Therefore, quickly we can arrive at the answer here. So let's go and see with some examples here. So let's see an example here. Metal plus dilute sulfuric acid gives what? Metal sulfate plus hydrogen. Let's take metal as magnesium. So magnesium plus dilute sulfuric acid gives magnesium sulfate, because the metal we have taken is magnesium, we get magnesium sulfate. If you take zinc, you will get zinc sulfate. Whatever the metal we take, we will get that sulfate plus hydrogen. How to write the equation? Magnesium is Mg, sulfuric acid already we know the formula, but still if you want to know how to derive, hydrogen H sulfate SO4 valency 1 and 2, if you interchange you will get H2SO4. Magnesium sulfate Mg SO4 valency 2 and 2, if you simplify you will get 1 and 1. Therefore if you interchange you will get MgSO4, that is Mg1 SO4 1. So 2 and 2 can be simplified as 1:1, and hydrogen is H2. Therefore what is the equation? Mg plus H2SO4 gives MgSO4 plus H2. See, first of all we should learn to write the formulas correctly in the equation. Only then we can balance it correctly. Without writing the formulas correctly, there is no point in balancing the equation. Okay, hope you understood, children. Okay, next example is metal plus dilute sulfuric acid gives what? Metal sulfate plus hydrogen. So let us take chromium as an example here. Plus dilute sulfuric acid. Again chromium is having two valencies, no? Valency 2 and 3 like iron. Therefore which valency we have to take here now? So what I told you, when you learn iron plus dilute hydrochloric acid, when dilute acids are used, we should take the lower valency. Therefore here we have to take the lower valency of chromium 2. Therefore we get chromium 2 sulfate plus hydrogen. What is chromium 2 sulfate? Is otherwise known as chromous sulfate. Am I right? So now how to write the equation? Chromium and sulfuric acid is HSO4 1 2. If you interchange you get H2SO4. Chromous sulfate. So chromium is Cr, sulfate is SO4, valency 2, sulfate valency is also 2, and if you simplify you get 1:1, and if you interchange you will get CrSO4, then plus H2. Therefore what is the equation? Cr plus H2SO4 gives CrSO4 plus H2. Only if the formulas are correct we can balance it. There's meaning in balancing. So without the formula being correct, there's no point in balancing the equation. I'm repeatedly telling you, children. Okay, learn to write the formulas correctly by knowing their symbols and valencies correctly. Okay, so next one. Metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid. Now we have moved to the next type, 11th type, metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid. So what's the rule? Says metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives metal sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide. So you remember this rule, it becomes very easy. So when metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid is used, it doesn't behave like element plus compound. It behaves according to this rule. Metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives what? Metal sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide. Is it clear? Okay, now let's go and see some examples. So the first example is metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives, what is the rule? Metal sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide. Now the first example is iron. So you take iron plus concentrated sulfuric acid. Metal sulfate, again here iron is having two different valencies, 2 and 3. So which valency we have to take now? Since iron is reacting with concentrated acid, what I told you before, with the dilute acid you have to take lower valency. Therefore with concentrated acid we have to take the higher valency. Therefore you will get iron 3 sulfate or ferric sulfate. Iron 3 sulfate or ferric sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide. That is according to the rule. Now can you write the equation? See, ferric sulfate is otherwise known as iron 3 sulfate. Iron sulfate SO4. What is the valency of ferric? 3. What's the valency of sulfate? 2. If you interchange, you will get Fe2SO4 thrice. Okay, therefore, what is the formula? Fe plus H2SO. What is the equation? Fe plus H2SO4 gives Fe2SO4 thrice plus H2O plus SO2. Now all the formulas are correct. Now we can easily balance it. Okay, shall we move on to the next equation or next example? So next example for metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives metal sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide is chromium. Can you guess what product you will get when it reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid? So chromium reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid. Like iron, chromium is also having variable valencies 2 and 3. Since it is concentrated acid, higher valency is predominant. Therefore valency 3 we have to take. Therefore chromium 3 sulfate or chromic sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide. What is the other name of chromic sulfate? Chromium 3 sulfate. So how can you write the formula? Chromium Cr sulfate SO4, chromic valency 3, sulfate valency 2. If you interchange, you are getting Cr2SO4 thrice. Okay, what is the symbol of chromium, or what is the equation? We can write Cr plus H2SO4 gives Cr2SO4 thrice plus H2O plus SO2. So now you got all the formulas correctly in the equation. Now you can easily balance them. Okay, shall we move on to the next example of this type? Metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives what? Metal sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide. So the next example for the metal is copper. So copper reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid. Again what? Copper is having variable valency. Therefore what should you take here? Copper 1 or copper 2? Because copper valency is 1 and 2. Iron and chromium are having valency 2 and 3. But copper is having valency 1 and 2. Here higher valency is 2 for copper. Therefore we have to take copper 2 sulfate or cupric sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide. What is the other name of cupric sulfate? Copper 2 sulfate. How can you write the formula? Copper sulfate 2. So if you simplify, you get 1:1. If you interchange, you will get CuSO4. Therefore what is the final equation? Cu plus H2SO4 gives CuSO4 plus H2O plus SO2. So the sulfuric acid is concentrated. That we need to mention here. Okay. Hope 3 examples will do, and let us move on to the next type. So metal plus dilute nitric acid. So here 3 different types of products are formed for the same reaction. Okay, metal plus dilute nitric acid gives what? Metal nitrate plus hydrogen. Okay, what are the metals will undergo this type of reaction? And the other type is metal nitrate plus water plus nitrogen monoxide. What are the metals will undergo this type of reaction? Or same metal will undergo different reaction in different proportion. So that we need to understand in which proportion what type of products will form. And third type is metal nitrate plus water plus ammonium nitrate. Metal nitrate plus water plus ammonium nitrate. So these are the 3 different types of products formed when any metal reacts with dilute nitric acid. It depends on the ratio of dilute nitric acid we are using. If we use minimum quantity in quantity of nitric acid, we may get the first equation, metal nitrate plus hydrogen. We increase the quantity or the ratio of metal and dilute nitric acid. If we increase the ratio of dilute nitric acid, we may get the second equation, nitrogen monoxide will form. And in the last case, metal nitrate plus water plus ammonium nitrate, when the percentage of nitric acid is more in that reaction, ammonium nitrate will form. Okay, so try to understand there are three different types of products formed here. It is depending on the percentage of nitric acid used here or the ratio of nitric acid used here. Okay, but when you learn the actual equations in the real chapters or real chemical reactions, you can exactly learn under what conditions different products are formed. For the time being, you can understand these are the different three types of products formed. So let us see one example each for each type here. So metal plus dilute nitric acid gives metal nitrate plus hydrogen. First type we have taken. So first we have taken manganese. Manganese plus dilute nitric acid gives manganese nitrate plus hydrogen. So manganese Mn, nitric acid HNO3, valency 1 and 1. If you interchange, you get HNO3. Manganese nitrate MnNO3, valency 2 and 1. If you interchange, you will get MnNO3 twice. Hydrogen is H2. Therefore, what is the equation? Mn plus dilute HNO3 gives MnNO3 twice plus H2. Shall we move on to the next one? See, among the dilute nitric acid reaction, this is the second type. Metal plus dilute nitric acid gives metal nitrate plus water plus nitrogen monoxide. Let's take the metal as zinc. Zinc plus dilute nitric acid gives zinc nitrate plus water plus nitrogen monoxide. So when we are learning the properties of nitric acid, we actually learn in what proportion when dilute nitric acid is taken, this type of products are formed. That we will learn later when we learn the properties of nitric acid. For the time being, we are learning only the types. No, these are the various types. So let us try to understand that. Okay, now what is the formula for zinc nitrate? ZnNO3 2 1. If you interchange, you will get ZnNO3 twice. Therefore, what is the equation? Zn plus HNO3 gives ZnNO3 twice plus H2O plus NO. Clear? Shall we move on to the third type of metal plus dilute nitric acid example? Metal plus dilute nitric acid gives what? Metal nitrate plus water. So now that nitrogen monoxide is changed into what? Ammonium nitrate. This is what we need to understand. Okay, same metal we are taking, but the proportion of nitric acid taken is different here. Therefore, instead of nitrogen monoxide here, you will get ammonium nitrate. So metal nitrate is zinc nitrate plus water plus ammonium nitrate. So how can you write the formula? ZnNO3 2 1. You get ZnNO3 twice. Ammonium nitrate, already we know the formula NH4NO3. How you got it? Ammonia is valency 1, nitrate valency is also 1. If you interchange, you will get NH4NO3. Therefore, what is the equation? Zn plus HNO3 gives ZnNO3 twice plus H2O plus NH4NO3. Got it? See, I am repeatedly telling you here, there are three different types of products are formed when metal reacts with dilute nitric acid. It depends on in what proportion or in what ratio dilute nitric acid is taken. So that we will learn exactly when we are learning the properties of nitric acid. Since we are dealing with only the types of chemical reactions here, I am not mentioning all those things here. Try to understand there are three different types of products are formed when metal reacts with dilute nitric acid. Hope you understood. So shall we move on to the next type? Now let us see the next type, metal plus concentrated nitric acid. Metal plus concentrated nitric acid gives metal nitrate plus water. Up to this there is no change from dilute nitric acid. Only the last product, instead of nitrogen monoxide or ammonium nitrate, we will get nitrogen dioxide. That's the only difference. Okay, now let's go and see some examples. Metal plus concentrated nitric acid gives metal nitrate plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. So we have taken the same metal zinc. Okay, zinc plus concentrated nitric acid gives what? Zinc nitrate plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. What's the formula of zinc nitrate? ZnNO3 2 1. If you interchange, you will get ZnNO3 twice. Therefore, what is the equation? Zn plus HNO3 gives ZnNO3 twice plus H2O plus NO2. Clear? So let's see one more example here. Metal plus concentrated nitric acid gives what? Come on, tell me. Metal nitrate plus water plus, this is the only difference now from dilute nitric acid. Instead of nitrogen monoxide or ammonium nitrate, what we are getting here? Nitrogen dioxide. Okay. Silver. Can you answer me this question? Silver plus concentrated nitric acid gives what? So metal nitrate, the metal is silver, therefore we get silver nitrate plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. How can you write the formula? Silver Ag, nitrate NO3, valency 1 and 1. If you interchange, you will get AgNO3. Therefore, what is the equation? Silver is Ag, nitric acid is HNO3, gives silver nitrate. Just we derived the formula AgNO3 plus H2O water plus nitrogen dioxide NO2. Clear? So nothing to memorize. No, once you know the symbols and valencies and how to identify the type of reactions, so that we can guess the product and we can write the formula on our own. Once you know all the formula, all the formulas are correct, it's very easy to balance. And that also we have already learnt in the previous lesson in one of the videos, how to balance a chemical equation. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. So the next and the last third example is for metal plus concentrated nitric acid. Metal plus concentrated nitric acid gives what? Metal nitrate plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. So the metal is copper plus concentrated nitric acid. Therefore, what do you get? Copper 1 nitrate or copper 2 nitrate? Very simple. It's copper 2 nitrate. It's otherwise known as cupric nitrate plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. What's the formula of cupric nitrate? CuNO3, 2 and 1. If you interchange, you get CuNO3 twice. Therefore, what is the equation? Cu plus concentrated HNO3 gives CuNO3 twice plus H2O plus NO2. I think we have seen 3 examples for this type, metal plus concentrated nitric acid. I think that's enough. So what we need to understand is, when metals having variable valencies, they form higher valency when reacts with concentrated nitric acid. Okay, now let's move on to the next type. So the 14th type is what? Non-metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid. So non-metals are what? Carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur. These are all non-metals. How they react with concentrated sulfuric acid? So let's see. When any non-metal reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid, we get oxy acids of the non-metal plus water plus sulfur dioxide. What is meant by oxy acids of the non-metal? For example, here suppose you take carbon. Carbon reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid. What is the oxy acids of the non-metal? Carbonic acid. That is, that non-metal carbon combined with hydrogen and oxygen form some acids. So the non-metal combines with hydrogen and oxygen, forming what? Some acids. This is what is known as oxy acids of the non-metal. Okay, now let's go and see some examples. So the first example for non-metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid, let's take carbon. Carbon plus concentrated sulfuric acid. That gives oxy acids of the non-metal. Here the non-metal is carbon. Therefore, what do you get? That non-metal combines with hydrogen and oxygen. Here the carbon forms carbonic acid plus water plus sulfur dioxide. What's the formula of carbonic acid? We know this is hydrogen carbonate, H1, carbonate valency 2. Therefore, if we interchange, we get H2CO3. So it is unstable. Therefore, it decomposes to what? Water plus carbon dioxide. Therefore, what we can do? So already there is one water product. So already there is one water. Therefore, along with that, this water, and then carbon dioxide. Therefore, carbonic acid can be substituted as water and carbon dioxide. So this water can be added to this. Therefore, 3 different products will form: carbon dioxide, water and sulfur dioxide. Therefore, carbon plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives CO2 plus H2O plus SO2. If you balance this equation, you will get this. So non-metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives what? Oxy acids of the non-metal plus water plus sulfur dioxide. So your success lies in remembering the rules. Okay. So let us take phosphorus. Phosphorus plus concentrated sulfuric acid. See, oxy acids of phosphorus is phosphorus acid, phosphoric acid. So here phosphoric acid is formed. Phosphoric acid is formed plus H2O plus SO2. There is no change in them. Okay, only according to the non-metal, the oxy acids of the non-metal will form. When it is phosphorus, phosphoric acid is formed. What is the formula of phosphoric acid? Hydrogen phosphate. Phosphate is PO4. Valency 1 and 3. If you interchange, you will get He3PO4. So this is a stable compound. Therefore, what is the product you will get? P plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives H3PO4, that is phosphoric acid, plus water plus sulfur dioxide. So if you balance this equation, you will get these numbers. Okay, so it's a challenge for you to balance the equation. Okay. Shall we move on to the next type? Or one more example, let's see. Non-metal plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives what? This is what you should be very clear about. The rule should be very clear. Oxy acids of the non-metal plus water plus sulfur dioxide. So next is sulfur. Sulfur plus concentrated sulfuric acid. So this sulfur is oxidized to sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid, that is H2SO3 plus H2O plus SO2. So what is the formula of sulfurous acid? HSO3, valency 1 and 2. If you interchange, you will get H2SO3. Already we know this is unstable. It decomposes to water and sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is again already there is one of the products. Therefore, what we get? Again we get this is converted into what? H2O plus SO2. Already these are the products. Therefore, here only two products you will get. Sulfur plus concentrated sulfuric acid gives H2O plus SO2. Then what happened to the sulfurous acid? That also decomposes to what? Water and sulfur dioxide only. Therefore, there are only two products. So if you balance this equation, you will get these numbers. Clear? Okay, now let's move on to the other type. Okay, the next type is non-metal plus concentrated nitric acid. So what's the rule says? Non-metal plus concentrated nitric acid gives oxy acids of the non-metal plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. See, same thing. So if you take sulfuric acid, you are getting sulfur dioxide, isn't it? Suppose so in the previous example, what we have learned, so you take sulfuric acid, here you get sulfur dioxide, but here it is concentrated nitric acid, therefore we will get nitrogen dioxide. The remaining things are same. Okay, now let us take the same non-metal. So let us take some example for this type. Non-metal plus concentrated nitric acid gives oxy acids of the non-metal plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. So let us take the non-metal as sulfur plus concentrated nitric acid gives. So what is the oxy acids of the sulfur? Sulfurous acid and sulfuric acid. So here we get sulfuric acid. Sulfur get converted into oxy acids of sulfur is sulfuric acid plus water plus what you get? Nitrogen dioxide. Okay, how can you write the equation? Sulfuric acid we know H2SO4. Therefore, what is the equation? Sulfur plus concentrated nitric acid gives H2SO4 plus H2O plus NO2. Here sulfuric acid is stable, only sulfurous acid is unstable, that will decompose. Therefore, it remains as H2SO4 only. Now we need to balance the equation. So once you balance it, you will get these numbers. Okay, let's see one more example. Non-metal plus concentrated nitric acid gives oxy acids of the non-metal plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. Let's take phosphorus. Phosphorus plus concentrated nitric acid. What is the oxy acids of the phosphorus? Phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. What's the formula for phosphoric acid? Hydrogen phosphate 1, 3. So interchange, you get H3PO4. It's a stable compound. Therefore, the equation is what? Phosphorus plus concentrated nitric acid gives H3PO4 plus H2O plus NO2. If you balance this equation, you will get these numbers. Okay, hope you understood this. So let's move on to the next one. So let's see another last example. Non-metal plus concentrated nitric acid gives oxy acids of the non-metal plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. Let's take carbon here. Plus concentrated nitric acid. What is the oxy acids of the carbon? Carbonic acid. We already know it very well. Plus water plus nitrogen dioxide. What's the formula of carbonic acid? Hydrogen carbonate. Valency of hydrogen 1, carbonate 2. If you interchange, you will get H2CO3. What we have learned? Carbonic acid is unstable. Therefore, it decomposes to water and carbon dioxide. Therefore, you substitute that. What we get here? See, already there is one. See, already there is water and nitrogen dioxide. Now we are getting water and carbon dioxide. These two products are same. Therefore, we get water plus carbon dioxide plus nitrogen dioxide. Therefore, what is the equation? Carbon plus concentrated nitric acid gives H2O or CO2 plus H2O plus NO2. If you balance this equation, these are the numbers you get. Hope you understood. So we have seen all these types, 15 types of chemical reactions elaborately with some examples each. And I have explained them very elaborately again and again the same points in order to make you to learn very thoroughly, so that the rules stick very well in your mind. Okay, you also never mind to go through this video lesson again and again until you become master of all these things. The moment you see the reagents, that is the reactants, and you should be able to guess what type of reaction this will undergo and what will be the products. And once you guess the products, you know how to write the formula. Then once you know how to write the formula, it is very easy to balance the equation from there. Is it clear? Okay, the last type is miscellaneous type of reaction. That means what? They follow too many rules. So out of 15 types, they follow more than one or more than two or more than three types of reactions. So that we can consider them as miscellaneous reaction, or they do not follow any of them, follow none of the rules. Then we can call it miscellaneous reaction. See, I am not going to give you any example for this here. When we actually learn any equation, we will come to know if they do not follow any of the 15 rules what we have learned, then that reaction belongs to miscellaneous types of reaction. We can easily understand that. Now let us test ourselves. So we have learned so many rules now. I have given you some questions here. You try to answer them. So test yourself. Identify the products, write the equations and balance them. Zinc plus dilute hydrochloric acid, iron plus dilute sulfuric acid, chromium plus concentrated sulfuric acid, phosphorus plus concentrated sulfuric acid, silver plus dilute nitric acid, copper plus concentrated nitric acid, sulfur plus concentrated nitric acid. So try to understand all these types of reactions. First of all, metal plus what, or non-metal plus what, and what is the rule says, and what type of product we can expect. And all these equations we have seen in the examples here. I have not given anything new here. I have given this exercise from the examples we have seen. Okay, you can pause the video here, try to write the answer, and again you go back and check the video again to get your answer corrected. I am sure you will be able to answer all these questions perfectly correct without a single mistake if you have really understood to recognize or identify the types of reactions, and if you know how to write the formulas using symbols and valencies. So thank you very much children for watching, and until we meet next time, bye bye.